Good morning, everybody. I am so sorry that I am late today. Today is a crazy day. I have a significant amount of stuff happening, lots and lots and lots of client calls starting at in 30 minutes and going through 8 p.m. my time tonight. Should be interesting. Good morning, Odin Performance. Namaste. Good morning, Angela Scavelin. Hey, David. How you doing? Has everybody got their coffee? Today's going to be a quickie because I'm so slammed on my schedule. Hugs and love, Angela. And hey, Karen Russ French, good morning. Good morning, Helen Cooling. Hiya. Dad surviving divorce in the house. Everybody, go check out his channel if you are interested. He is a great, um, he's a great person who he understands this. He's been through it, and you can kind of get the male perspective. I'm hoping he'll do a video with me in the near future on a collab. Anybody know DSD, Dad Surviving Divorce? We just recently became Facebook friends too. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. Thank you. Good morning, Helene. Good morning, James. Good morning, Brian. Oh, all my wonderful people are here. Good morning, Hair Changes Color. Hey, I saw you in Span. I'm so glad you're there. Lou, that's who. What's up? Aw, no coffee, bummer. Donna, good morning, beautiful people. She says, Donna Doherty. Avon, good morning, Avon. Oh, what's wrong, honey? Talk to me. Avon's having a bad day today. Susan, hey, 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 all. Hey, Susan. Michelle says, hey, Michelle here. Ness Zaragoza, good morning. She's new here today. Says, good morning, Angie. I enjoy watching your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here with us today. I'm so sorry that it's going to be a short one because I've got a call coming very shortly. It's a busy, busy day for me today. Wednesdays are always my crazy day, my late day and my busy day. Let's see here. Tootie, good morning. You're new here today too. Thanks for joining us. Alyssa, good morning, Alyssa. How are you doing, honey? Cynthia says, hi, I got here in time. Something, though, oh, she accomplished something to write in my Today I Accomplished notebook. Right on. I love that. I have one of those too. Sup, Sarah Flair. What's up, girl? Good morning, Leah Carter. She says, good morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you for being here. DSD said that would be awesome. Hey, awesome. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, we need to get that scheduled ASAP. Hey, Angelina, how are you, honey? Thanks for coming in today. You know, my mom used to call me Angelina Peppapina when I was a little girl. My name's really Angela, but good morning, Liz. Good morning, Anne. She says, good morning, Angie. Good morning, survivors. Sarah Flair loves this group. Me too. You guys are amazing. You're my favorite people. 2D says, I'm off depression and anxiety pills for 2 weeks. Going to wing it with your help. Well, I hope you went through that with your doctor, Tootie. I think you can do this. I took depression medicine when I first got divorced for about 6 months. I took Prozac, and it did help me through. But I then got off of it because eventually I realized that not only was I not sad, but I wasn't really very happy either. But it was a good way to help me through the hardest parts of it for sure. Yeah. Let's see here. We have Susan says, I'm hoping I can get a loan to pay for an annulment from my narc husband. Oh, I hope so too, Susan. Are you working on, do you have a plan for that? Good morning, Renee. Hello, hello. Renee says, hello, everyone. So glad you're here, honey. Thanks for being such an awesome mod. Skeeter Ann has her coffee. What's up, girl? Me too. I'm about to take my last couple sips here. Maria Campanioni is here. Hello, Maria. I think you're new today, aren't you? Welcome, welcome. Avon says, I'm usually totally into positive, but today I'm just flagging. You know what, Avon? We always have those. Everybody has those days. It's totally normal, and it's okay. Just try your best to focus on things you're grateful for today. This is, it's the hardest time to think of 10 things you're grateful for and 3 things you love about yourself, but it's also the most important time, Avon. So take a moment and think of those things right now. You can even put them right here in the chat. I would love to see it. It seems weird, but somehow when you do this, when you sit there and you go, I'm so grateful I woke up today. I'm so grateful for this cup of coffee. So grateful for this computer in front of me that allows me to connect to you guys, so on and so forth. Think of 10 of those things. Think of 3 things you love about yourself, and it can really change your vibe and your whole day. Give it a shot, okay? I know it's hard sometimes, but just this is the time that it's the most important to do that. You should do it when you're happy too, but you should also do it especially when you're not. It helps. Alyssa says, Angie, I want to leave him. This doesn't end. I need to plan my escape. He was great all Tuesday, then Wednesday ignored me all day. It feels so wrong to him. It's okay, but it's not for me. Wait a minute. What's the best way? No contact? Alyssa, um, if I remember correctly, do you guys live together? I think no contact is the best way. And as long as you guys don't have kids together, yes. If he's not living in your house, yes, no contact. I think I'm trying to remember all the specifics about your situation. But I think if it's possible for you to go no contact, you should. You don't deserve to be abused or ignored or treated like less than a person. And as I've explained to you before, you're a very beautiful woman and you deserve to be treated with love and respect. Even if you were a hideous woman, which you were not even close to, but even if you were, it doesn't matter. Everybody deserves love and respect. You know, people with a good heart like yourself deserve to be treated like a person, like an individual. And I want you to be safe. I think no contact is positively the best action when you're in a situation like that. I hope that's a little bit helpful. I feel like I'm not being very helpful today. Maria says, been watching and learning. I appreciate that very much, Maria, and I'm really glad that you're here today. Good morning, Jamie. How you doing, girl? You guys all know Jamie from my video about my team. Jamie's my assistant, and she's amazing. She's our queen being kindness coordinator. I almost called her a care coordinator, but she's so much more than that. All right, let's see here. Avon says, have I ever thought of doing a daily meditation book? Absolutely. Avon, some of my books actually have some daily meditations in the back of them. And if you're interested in that, I actually have one in the works that I keep forgetting to finish. So I'll work on that some more. I'm hoping to have that come out soon, actually. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it where it's not date specific, but I still want to do like a year's worth so that you can start at any time. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's a lot. Yeah. Good morning, sunshine, says Muffy. Hey, Muffy. Hey, girl. Hey. Angelina says, LOL. Oh, let's see here. Oh, I lost all my spaces here. Oh, I saw Jillian in there. Okay. Anne says, anxiety is running high today. Irritable also. I feel you, honey. I feel you. You know, again, just like I was saying earlier, think of 10 things you're grateful for and 3 things you love about yourself. Start there. Do your best to just stay calm when you're feeling irritable like that. Sometimes it's just a hormonal thing, but it can also be a matter of having dealt with all the stuff in your relationship and still being focused on that. But I totally understand. Oh, look at that. We have Cynthia Mores and Cynthia Morales. Awesome. You guys do almost have the same name. Name twins. Awesome. Good morning, SM. How are you, honey? Feeling like damaged goods, she said. I went for an evaluation. I have to add more appointments to my already busy schedule. Although I forgive my narc exes, I'm cursing them. I understand. What kind of appointments are we talking about, SM? Helene Rose says, hey, Helene. Angie, what are some reasons a Hoover doesn't happen? Can it be because I figured him out and told him who he is and sort of exposed him? Certainly. Certainly that can be part of it. But the truth is that sometimes a Hoover takes a couple of years to happen or a few months. So I wouldn't consider yourself totally in the clear at this time. It could be happening because he's dealing with another person right now. And as soon as he gets bored, he may come running back to you. But certainly if he knows he can't manipulate you, there's going to be a limit to it. I will do a video on that in the near future, so stay tuned. Yeah. Oh, Cynthia Morales says to Cynthia Morales, wow, Cynthia, same strength too. That's beautiful. I love that. Jillian in the house. Jillian says, good morning. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear what I'm so grateful to have this time in the morning. It is a way to check in with myself and remain accountable to my continuing recovery. Jillian, you know I love you, girl. You guys, I don't know if you remember this, but Jillian is one of my co-authors on my most recent book. She wrote this amazing story called The Mermaid Story, and she also she shared her personal story of recovery, and she's a very intelligent, beautiful woman. So if you haven't read that yet, check it out. Um, yes. Renee says, welcome to Maria. Liz says, I've been on my meds for 25 years. Once I moved out of the family that caused me harm, that's when things came crashing down. Do you think it's because I wasn't living with the narc family I came from? Certainly, what happens when you are dealing with a family full of narcissists is that there's a great deal of codependency that happens. And even though you logically understand and maybe even emotionally understand that it's not healthy for you, you still find yourself, um, you miss them and you feel almost lost without them. It's like an addiction. And when it's a family that you grew up with, it's even more difficult to detach. I've done a couple of videos on detaching, but Liz, I think one of the most important things for you to do is to start focusing on yourself and your self-love here. And to build a new network of people. Part of the reason you might feel that way is because you're alone. And I think just being here with us is a start. Sometimes it works better to start with an online group because they understand, in this case, we all understand what you've been through, and the same with the people in SPAN. But it's an ongoing process. And so eventually you're going to want to start building people, building a network within your own local community. It's a process. I would consider, Liz, I would consider getting involved with a group in your area. There are meetup groups you can go to for free. Maybe if you're interested in a certain type of, art or politics, or just want a discussion group or a coffee club, there's all different local things you can look into. I don't know where you live, but if you go to meetup.com, you can probably find something that's comfortable and convenient for you. Yeah. Cynthia Mores tells Cynthia Morales she wishes, but she's still entangled. Girl, that doesn't mean you're not strong. It just means you haven't made it through yet. You're gonna make it. Okay, it's a day-to-day thing. It's a day-to-day process, and we all understand how hard it is to leave. All right. Anne says enjoyed sleepless nights. Seems off the day follows that. The day that follows. Yeah, sleepless nights are very difficult, especially in this situation. I want to remind you that one of the best things you can do for a sleepless nights is to start a new bedtime routine. So make your bedroom comfortable, make it cozy, make it beautiful for yourself as much as you can. And then don't eat in your bedroom, don't pay your bills in there, don't work in there. Only sleep or relax in your bedroom or dress yourself or whatever you need to do. The one of the most important things I think in this area is take some time to calm down before you go to bed. And as you're going to sleep, make sure you're thinking about positive things that you're grateful for and what you do want and not what you don't want. That's a big start. Now, if you're dealing with a physical issue that is causing this, go talk to your doctor. Don't be afraid. Sometimes a doctor might be able to give you something, whether it's a medicine or I used to have sleep apnea before I lost my weight where I couldn't breathe at night. And I ended up using a machine on my face for years. And it did help. It helped me lose weight even because I was able to, sleep. When you're not sleeping, your body naturally retains weight and you get higher blood pressure and all this other craziness. So, yeah. Good morning, Timothy. How are you? Wait a minute. No, I just lost my place. Timothy Yiser? Yiser? Good morning. Good morning. Raquel says, good morning. I have to work soon. Can't be on long. Me too, girl. I feel you. In fact, I only got about 5 more minutes. Excuse me. Alyssa says, we don't live together anymore. He kicked out me and my son 2 years ago. Girl, go no contact. Is he your son's father or just someone that you're with? Let me know that. If he is your son's father, you're probably still going to have to deal with him, so you'll have to go low contact. If he's not the father, and I'm sorry I'm forgetting this stuff. I try really hard to remember everybody's stories. But if he's not the father, Alyssa, then yes, go no contact and leave it at that. Absolutely, yes. Nadia says, good morning, Angie and everyone. Good morning, Nadia. Hey, girl, hey. SM says, my My narc exes in my life have destroyed my health. Certainly they do that. She said, I try so hard to have good days and things fall apart. Having an anger moment. Oh, honey, I so understand. And if the anger is helping you to move forward in some way and propel you forward, then feel it and deal with it. If not, I want you to, let it happen and then move forward quickly. You need to work on releasing it because it's toxic to your body, as you already know. So try focusing on the gratitude. If you haven't written a letter yet, like we talked about before, take the time to write the letter. Write down all the things that they have done that the narcissist did to you that hurt you, that made you angry, that made you sad, that made you feel less than. Write all those things down. Say all the bad words you want to say. And at the end of the letter, the last paragraph is, even though you don't deserve it, I'm going to forgive you, not for you, but for myself, because I don't need this toxic poison in my life anymore, period. And then sign it. I would not mail it in real life. I would just either tear it up or burn it or put it in a drawer for later in case you need to look at it. I like the idea of burning it myself. It's very therapeutic, yes. Jamie says, you look so good in pink, girl. You guys, this is cute because she says, I'm out of beans, so I'm getting my caffeine via Starbucks double shot today, caramel. Yum. Jamie wants to know what everybody's favorite coffee or coffee drinks is. I'm so basic. I like my fresh brewed whole bean. Oh, sorry. I don't know what's happening right there. My TV just went crazy. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. 8 o'clock beans is what I like. There's a page on Queen Bean called Angie's Favorite Things if you want to see what kind of coffee I like. I'm real basic. But I do sometimes put coconut oil in there. Or I create once or twice a week, I have one of those bulletproof coffees as well, which I also like. Good morning, Alexa. Good morning, beautiful people, she says. I'm so glad you're here. Cynthia says to the other Cynthia, me too, no contact, not possible, but mine says improved thanks to Angie A. Hey, and thanks to this amazing community. Let's be awesome. Yeah, let's be awesome. Let's be honest, you guys are a big part of how all of this works for everybody. Without you guys, I would not even be here, Good morning, body and soul. How you doing, sweetheart? Anne says, we are enough, y'all, wonderful, unique individuals. And you are so right. That is so true. And I want each of you to remember that every single day. It's so important. Yes. Good morning, SD. Welcome back. Let's see. Oh, I lost my darn place. SM, I think I just saw you ask me if you could send me an email. Yes. Angie Atkinson at gmail.com. Send me that email. Good morning, my people. Good morning, Rick Mash. How are you? Good morning, Chris Back. How are you? SM says, my therapist. Wait a minute. Did I lose all my places? Barbara just got here. She says, I'm still having a bad day. Really bad. I miss him so freaking much. I really wish he would talk to me, but it's been 4 months and I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Barbara, honey, we need to work on this. We need to get moving forward. Honey, I don't want you to feel this way every day. You're killing yourself, babe. You're killing yourself. Listen, I want you to take a deep breath and I want you to set an end date on this, honey. I want you to set an end date. Can we do that today, Barbara? Can we pick an end date for this sadness? I want you to think about it. You don't have to tell me or the group if you don't want to, but I would love to see you set an end date and then let's work together on moving forward in your life and starting to love Barbara instead of worrying about someone else. I think you're not loving yourself hard enough, girl. I want you to love yourself. What would you tell your daughter or your friend or your niece or someone you really care about if they were in the same situation? How would you advise them? Barbara, that's what I want you to work on, okay? I want you to think about that. Tell me how you would advise them. Okay, wait a minute. I'm losing all my places. Okay. Oh, hey, Sanzi Ilinuga? Inuga? I'm sorry, I don't know. Hello, everyone, all the way from Belgium, she says. It feels so great to be around people who understand you and know how it feels. A few words only can be gold. Thank you so much, Angie. My pleasure. Yes, Sarah Flair, same names. Cynthia Mores and Morales, very similar name twins. Hey, Linda Welsh, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Helen had to go. Oh, I'm sorry, Helen. All right. Melissa says, "Hi Angie, I messaged the narc's girlfriend. Oh, and told her he's a cheater. I haven't heard anything back, but such a relief." Okay, you guys. Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? Melissa was asking us, did we think that she should tell the narcissist's existing girlfriend that? Okay, hold on. Melissa found out that her narcissist was cheating with her on another woman. And so she was devastated by this, understandably and obviously. And so she wanted to know, should she tell the girlfriend about the situation or not? So we did a quick poll in the group, and we went forward with, everybody agreed that they would want to know if they were the girlfriend. And so Melissa, sorry, Melissa just told us she told him. So that's all you have to do. You did your duty. You know what I'm saying? Now it doesn't even matter what happens. And if I'm really glad that you did it. I'm glad that you're feeling relieved, because I do think it was the right thing to do. It sucks that we have to do things like that. But in that case, we're not talking about a new supply. I mean, if she was the new supply, you wouldn't want to bother as much, because the new supply isn't going to believe you while they're in the love bombing phase. But in this case, we're talking about the existing girl, and she deserves to know, because what if he's cheating with more than just Melissa? What if he's going to bring her home some disease or something? You know, as a woman, and as an individual person, men want to know too. Nobody wants to be cheated on and not know it. So I think you did the right thing, and I'm very proud of you, Melissa. Good job. DSD says, "Alyssa, Angie's right. Going no contact is your best choice." Yep. These people are masters at sucking you back in because we want to believe the lie. Staying away, no contact, helps prevent that. Absolutely true, sir. Absolutely true. Good morning, DJJ Love. Welcome back. She says, "Good morning, Angie and everybody. I love it when I'm able to catch you live. That's so awesome." Jamie says, "Angie's validation better than coffee, dare I say. You're too sweet. Thank you." Oh, she's so awesome. I love her. She is so good. Okay. Nadia says, "Our daughter was like, 'Daddy is gone,' and didn't say bye. So I texted him and told him that our daughter is too young to understand when he just leaves like that. He said we were ignoring him, so he left." Nadia, he's a selfish person. That is clearly a very narcissistic way to behave. Your daughter is just a little girl. And yeah, that ignoring him. So what? You were like dealing with your daughter and busy, and you didn't stop and worship him when he walked in the door. I mean, don't feel bad about that, Nadia. That's just him. That's not you, honestly. Angelina says, "I was laughing about what she." Oh yeah, what about what you said about your mother calling you Angela? She did, Angelina Pepapina. That was one of the fond memories, actually. A few. Good morning, Elise. How are you, honey? Um, Cynthia, "I don't want to expose my problems here to not bring negativity, but I really need to speak. Please add me to Span Angie. I asked on Facebook, but I still haven't been accepted." Jamie, could you please check on that for me? Thank you. I will check, Cynthia. If you have requested it and you're under the same name, I'll make sure. But otherwise, Jamie can check on it for you. Absolutely, I understand completely. Yes. Leslie says, "Good morning. You're looking beautiful as usual." Well, thank you, Leslie, and welcome to the live chat. Appreciate you. Linda Welch, "Good morning, Angie. Good morning, survivors. Awesome purple hearts." And Kimberly says, "He has people convinced I'm horribly abusive because he crawled through my window and I was hitting him with a stick. He kept coming." Of course you were, because that's horrible. That's breaking and entering. So the bruises he had, he told people I beat on him, negated his actions. See, listen, that is what is called deflection, projection, smear campaign. All of these things are happening right there. And certainly he's enjoying the attention he's getting out of it. I would just simply tell your story one time, tell them what's going on, and then move on forward. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Avon says, "Angie, what if you're not a beautiful woman? So many here are." You know what? Everybody has something beautiful about them. I don't care what anybody says. I think the bottom line is, it doesn't matter if you're beautiful. It doesn't matter, if you're society's standard of beautiful. I don't think that I'm society's standard of beautiful, but I'm okay with how I look, and I just play up what I've got, and don't, and at some point in my life, I became like, I'm who I am, and I can't let myself or anybody else tear me down anymore. I now have this like shield. And people try to tear me. Being on YouTube, as if narcissistic abuse didn't give me a thick skin. Being on YouTube forces me to reevaluate myself regularly because people are often criticizing me, and they don't just criticize the work that I do, they also criticize my appearance and everything about me. And you know what? Whatever, go ahead, because it's not them I'm here for, it's you guys. You guys are my people. That's why I'm here. It has nothing to do with the haters, as it were. So if you're not a beautiful woman, I think, or a beautiful man, what is beautiful? You know what I mean? Everyone that I know in real life and online has something that I've found beautiful about them individually. And I think, honestly, that's one of the ways that we can attract more beauty to ourselves, is by making a point of looking for beauty in every single person that we run into in the world. So I don't know if that's helpful or not, even. SM says, neuropsych appointment. I already go for physio. Oh, yeah. And Chiro, DBT, and more. Now I have to add more. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry, but I really hope that it's helpful. Yeah. Yes. All right. I feel like I'm reading the same things. Okay. Jamie says, narcissists don't hoover the way we expect them to, right? Sometimes silent treatment is a hoover for some people. That's right. Yeah, that's true. And narcissists make a point of learning our weak spots. And when they hoover, they use those against us. So if our weak spot is we can't stand when somebody doesn't talk to us, certainly they can use a silent treatment as a hoover. And if you guys are anything like me, if you have too much time to think about something, you might think yourself into the role of the person who did the thing wrong, right? The person who was the offender, even though you were the one who was done wrong against. Many times in my relationships over the years, I knew that I was right, and yet when I didn't deal with, or the issue wasn't dealt with, I found myself rolling back into, well, maybe it's my fault. How can I fix me? And then often, I'm ashamed to admit this, but more than once I apologized to a narcissist and took the blame just to keep the peace. And that is ridiculous and overwhelming, and it makes me angry that I did that, but I can't live in the anger. So yes. Angelina says, I love the advice you give here. It is so true. I've been the target of an ARC 3 times. You are doing great work. Thank you so much, Angelina. I really appreciate that. Sarah Flair says, yes, Jamie, they gain control through silence at times. They certainly do. This is terrible. I have to go right now because it is 9:54 and I have an appointment in 6 minutes. But I'm going to read 2 more comments that are sitting right here in front of me, and then I'm going to go. Susan says, my friends who I'm living with, until I get back on my feet, keep directing me to other job employment opportunities. I'm already working 3 days a week. I'm a massage therapist. They don't, I'm missing the rest of your comment here. Susan, I understand that you're living with them, but I would not, just humor them when it comes to that stuff if you're already satisfied with your existing job. I mean, you can't kill yourself at this time. You're going through so much evolution as an individual, so much healing that, massage therapy must be difficult for an empath like yourself, because you must kind of absorb the energy of those people. Similar to my coaching, when I'm talking to individual people, I kind of absorb their energy, and I have to do that in order to be connected to them and help them. But at the same time, I also have to learn how to kind of release it at the end of the call sometimes in order to still be happy in my own life. So it is a process. And this is especially true when I'm dealing with the people who are having a really hard time that day or whatever. But I love to see improvement in my clients, and I see it often. It's a beautiful thing, and it makes it all worth it to me, But anyway, that's me. Susan, I would just humor them and say, oh, okay, I'll look into that. But you have to take care of yourself right now. And if your work is helping you to save up money so you can move forward, then do that. And I guess I would ask you some more questions about who you're living with, but I'm totally out of time. Renee says, Angie, you've surely heard of seasonal affective disorder, certainly. But have you ever heard any of your clients or subscribers say they're so depressed to wake up and see sunny days? Started when the abuse amped up 2 years ago. Interesting, Renee. I have heard different things. I've never heard that specifically, but it does make sense to me. If you're still in that mess, Renee, it's going to be very difficult. And I think the reason you may be depressed to see sunny days could be a personal reason, as far as maybe the abuse amps up on those days and you weren't thinking. But it could be that you're just going through a serious depression. Um, and I can't remember your full story, but I know that we need to talk about that some more. And I'm out of time. It's now 4 minutes till my call. I've got to go. I'm so sorry. I really want to keep talking to you guys. I'm really sorry, but I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow for a longer session, and hopefully later today with another video if I'm lucky. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. You know, it means a lot to me. I really appreciate you. I'll see you very soon. Have a wonderful day.